found a very good tool for capacitor simulation. So, if you're in industry, you might be knowing that capacitor is the basic building block of any circuit. What happens if you find a capacitor and in the data sheet you didn't found the data you are looking for example, impedance versus ESR graph, or the capacitance variance with respect to frequency. So I faced this problem. I was choosing a capacitor and I wanted to have a look at the graph of capacitance versus frequency, which I didn't found in the data sheet of the part I chose. So which led me to search more, and I found this tool, which is KSIM from Keymet. This tool is very useful. I found it very useful. Some of the times when the capacitor is rated for example, 10 microfarad, and you measure it, you might find it only 2 microfarad. So what is the cause? Like why it is 2 microfarad, or the variation of capacitance with respect to the DC bias voltage which you have applied. The capacitance is not constant with respect to the voltage. It varies. It varies with respect to frequency. It varies with respect to temperature. It varies with respect to the current. So all these factors comes into the play when you are choosing a part and using that into your circuit. I found this tool very helpful. So let me show you what this tool is, what it does, and how you can utilize this tool in your own circuit design, get better results. So this is a layout of the tool. Right now I have selected 4 capacitors. I will show you how to add each one of them and what are those capacitors. The kind of graph you can see. Right now I am plotting impedance versus ESR graph. You can choose different graphs also. Capacitance and inductance you can choose and see how it looks like. So this is how capacitance and inductance graph looks like with respect to the frequency. You can see at lower frequency what is the capacitance of and at higher capacitance and inductance, and at higher frequency what is the capacitance and inductance. You can also see the S parameters, the phase and magnitude of the capacitor with respect to the frequency. You can check that. And then we have you can also you can select the parameters. For example, the value you want to select. For example, let me put the cursor. This value you want to select at this particular frequency, you are having capacitance. For example, this is the capacitance and this is the inductance. You want to export this. You can choose that, and you can select the spice model, and then you can export it easily. I will show you how to do that. Then you can have a look at capacitance versus DC bias, the graph. This is how the graph of capacitance versus DC bias varies. So for example, this capacitor is this one, which is of 2.2 nanofarad and rated for 250 volt, and the dielectric is X7R, and the ambient right now is 25 degrees C. You can check at 0 volt what is the capacitance, and as 0 volt you can see 2.2 nanofarad on the right side. Here you can see that it is 2.2 nanofarad, and when you go to the higher voltage at 250 volt, the capacitance is very high. It is 1.2 farad. So you can see how the capacitance is varying, which is important. So in any circuit you are applying a certain voltage, and if your capacitor, the selected capacitor varies with respect to the voltage, your circuit might not perform as you expected. So that is very crucial parameter. Then we have temperature rise versus ripple current. You can see that these waveforms, these lines are of different frequency, and you can see the ripple current at different frequencies and the temperature at that. So temperature rise, you can see, for example, this pink line, it is of 10 megahertz, very high frequency, and you can see the current is 3 ampere, and the temperature is 38.7. Now for the green, you can see that it is 5 megahertz, the temperature is 39.4, and the current is 3.6. As you come to the lower frequency, the temperature is almost constant, but the current is 5.7. So around 40 degrees Celsius, the current is, the ripple current is increasing. So you can check that. For these capacitors which I have selected, the type of capacitor which I have selected right now, they don't have this capacitance change versus temperature feature available, and capacitance change versus AC voltage. This is available for different capacitor. I will show you that. So let me show you. Uh, So, how to add capacitor here? You can enter a part number here, and then you have to select the type. So right now I am choosing a ceramic capacitor, and then we have series of ceramic capacitor of 10 to 15 categories. So we have AC rated, which is a very high voltage. Then we have arc shield, XMX, and the commercially of the self capacitor. Then we have ESD suppression, floating electrode, general purpose surface mount. We will select this one. It have a voltage range of 4 volt to 10 kilovolt. And then we have EIAK size, the size of the capacitor. We'll select the lowest one, or this is the smallest size we have, 0201. Then we have dielectric. We have two types of dielectric right here, COG, and then we have X5R. Then you can select the voltage rating of the capacitor, which is 10, 16, and 25 volt. We'll select 10 volt. And this is the part I have selected, this one. So this is one of the capacitor you can add. And then we'll select another ceramic capacitor itself. So let's say I will select an AC rated CAN series capacitor. And the EIA size is 0805, which is higher than the earlier one we have selected. And the dielectric C0G. And then we have X7R. So we'll select X7R. And then we have 250 volt of rating. Then I have already selected 2.2 nanofarad. The second capacitor is of this type. Then we will select another ceramic capacitor of like say safety assembly maybe. And then we have the EIA case size is 2220, which is the biggest size. And then we have dielectric of X7R in this category. Then we have voltage rating of 250 volt. And this is the olive that I have selected. Then we will select let me add another one more ceramic capacitor. Um let's say we will select this radial L leaded gold max 300, and these are the parameters, and we will select, let's say, this one. So I have added this thing, it's appearing here. This is how you can select the capacitor. And then we will select another type of capacitor, for example film capacitor. So right now I have selected X2 EMI safety SMD capacitor. You can select any other series of capacitor. There are many series. Let's say we will select EMI suppression capacitor, this one X2. And then we have lead spacing of 10. And then we have voltage rating of 630 volt. Now I will pick this one. And these are all the capsters which we have. And we plot the graphs. So you can see that right now capstance change versus temperature is available to be able to see which capacitor allows this thing. So as you see here, only one capacitor parameters are varying with respect to this temperature and the capacitance change. uh, if you click on, this is the capacitor which is varying. If you see, this is the light green. So this is the capacitor which is varying. So if you click on that, the capacitor rating is minus 55 to 125 degree C. So we will see. So at minus 55, the capacitor is 281 nanofarad. And if you vary and reach till like for ambient 25 degree C, let's say 25 to this is 25, you can see it is 330 nanofarad. So whatever rating you are seeing on the data sheet, it is only for the ambient temperature. And when you vary the temperature, the capacitance will change. So that's what you are seeing here. I am a component engineer, and this is what we do in lab. We test the component for the temperature, and we age them, and we characterize them. So this is the parameters. This is the change we have to observe and see if the capacitor is suitable for certain application or not. So that you are seeing here in the simulation, which is very useful. So at 25 degree at ambient, it is 330 nanofarad. And if you go till the maximum temperature it is rated for 25 degree C, it is 317. So you see the capacitance reduced to 317 at highest temperature. At lowest temperature, at the minus 55, it is 281. So this is how you can see, like you can check the application range of your the temperature range of your application, and you can see if this capacitor is suitable or not. You can check the capacitance change versus AC voltage you are applying. So you can see like this is the zero voltage, and you can see at 0 volt the capacitance is 325 nanofarad. And if you increase the AC voltage, this one is at 1 volt. At 1 volt, the capacitance is 330 nanofarad. Since in the data sheet is mentioned at 1 volt. And if you increase the AC voltage, like say for 2.5 volt, you will see that the capacitance has increased. It is 334 right now. So this is one of the thing. And then you can check the S parameters also for different capacitance. Change the frequency of the start and end point. And then you can select, if you're using this capacitor in the PCB, you can enter the trace resistance, trace inductance. And then you can also mention the temperature rise, and you can see the difference of that phase and magnitude. And then you can check the impedance and ESR plot for different capacitors. These are the three remaining capacitors, and you can see this pink one, the last, which is rated for 33 nanofarad and 630 volt, the highest voltage. You can see that at this point, which is 10.2 megahertz of frequency, the impedance is 113.7 milliohm, and ESR, which is the self-heating of the capacitance, it is 106 milliohm. And if you increase the frequency, and go till 10 gigahertz, you can see that the impedance and ESR is reduced. So is increased. So sorry, it is increased. Here it is 238 ohm, the impedance, and ESR is 11 ohm. And at this the 10 megahertz of frequency, it is 114 milliohm, and ESR is 107 milliohm. And if you reduce the frequency, let's go to 10 kilohertz, the impedance is again rising, which is 434 ohm, and the ESR is 382.5 milliohm. So you can see according to your application which is suitable, what is the suitable value of the impedance and ESR which you need, and you can appropriately select capacitor, which will be very helpful in your design. You can also choose the capacitance versus inductance and check how is the inductance, what is the inductance of the capacitance, and you can appropriately select the values. We can also export these values. So for example, if I select this point and I want to export this, I will export this in Spice, and I will so in the Spice, like any Spice tool which you are using, you can export this in as a Spice model. It will be downloaded as dot circuit, and you can import that in LT, and you can create your the parameters which you have selected. You can create your capacitor on so yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. Subscribe to the channel if you found this video helpful, and if you have any queries, let me know in the comment section. Thank you for watching the video.